So I've been thinking about how my life is now, and it's made me realize just how fortunate I've been to be living in England. And I'm realizing now that life is incredibly difficult. And it's difficult even if you're living in a developed country and things are fine. But if I was living in Uzbekistan or Iraq, or so many countries around the world which are underdeveloped and simply don't have the resources that England has, my life in my brain injury condition would be beyond awful. And what occurs to me is that there are people living in those places who have a brain injury like me, who are in my medical condition, and they don't have the support and the resources that I have, for example, in living in England. I couldn't afford, for example, to afford my treatment or my care or whatever. So I'm entirely dependent on the state. But I did contribute to the state in the past, so I don't feel guilty or whatever. But what occurs to me is just how difficult life is when things go wrong. I think even when things go right, life is difficult. But I haven't appreciated before just how fortunate I am to live in England. But life is incredibly difficult. If I was in Iraq or Afghanistan or I don't know how many places are, but it's just incredible how difficult life is. And I've never appreciated it before. But people living in England should realize just how fortunate they are because life doesn't take any prisoners, and I'm realizing how fortunate I am.